Right. Oh, fuck me. Pardon my French. I swearing already. Brilliant. Okay. Well, include your audio, please. I don't want to be saying things by myself. Yeah. I mean, qualifying is literally starting now, so it would be good to include your audio.
Right, there we go. Hi guys.
Dearie me. This is going to go well.
Alright, now join the lobby.
Right.
Just load up everything. Bish bash bosh, still out of breath, run out the stairs.
Out of breath from running up the stairs. That's
Yeah,
tragic.
I'm getting old. You know how it is.
I know how it feels.
Yeah, right, spectator mode. How many we got? 50. Good job.
I'm just trying to remember how to do all these spectating buttons.
Yeah, me and you both. We've got hash straight in.
Yeah, but I'm the one that's streaming it, so everyone can see what I'm doing, not what
Oh
you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah, that's fine. I'll do what I want. Alright. So, Emery, can we have an audio check, please? Game stuff, my voice, Dean's voice.
Yeah, that would be nice. Anyone?
Well, Emery's in the bin already. He's using his Belgium setup for a slightly different track, which is where we are today.
I mean, it's just the country over from the Netherlands. So
Yeah.
Got Watson on an out lab at the moment. It looks like it's going flat out already, which is
Won't be tired, aren't you? I'm trying to load everything up. Turn down onboard volume. Quavi said.
on volume. Okay, dokie. I'll turn down volume somehow.
Very, very loud.
Game volume.
Decibels, Dean. Decibels.
Let's do it like that. How about now?
Probably it's my voice, right?
Sounds shit as always.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Quality feedback there from Dean. I'll just
A little bit more. Goodness gracious me. Right. Where are we? Well, if I turn the in-game volume down and more, it will be off.
Are you doing it in the actual F1 menu or the Xbox menu?
Oh, yeah, the Xbox menu.
Because that's where it counts.
Turn it down that.
If you go across to your audio on your streaming bit, it will.
Oh, I did that.
Oh, okay.
It's basically minimum. So, yeah, that's gonna have to be how it is. Anyway,
Can you turn up the voices? So the voices are louder, but
quickly.
yeah.
Audio settings. That's basically maximum as well. Maximum to party chat rather than headset. Oh, that's my settings. I'll have to do right.
Voices are both okay. There you go.
So we got Watson on our lap at the moment. He's already coming up to the last few corners. Kind of missed the whole thing sorting out our audio. Apologies for that.
Professional.
See how he gets on. Yeah, it's fine. Better than nothing. Going to be doing a 110.7. It's a good banker lap, but I'm sure you can improve on that. I think people are expecting 109s, 108s. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the preview at the moment, and we have 5 favourites for the poll apparently. Minico being top. I don't think he's racing today, is he? No, he's not. Okay.
Not, no.
So the apparent favourite, although very unlikely now with his Belgium setup, is Imri, who's set a 108.4 in time trial. So we'll be looking around that sort of benchmark. I assume probably maybe 4 or 5 tenths off, considering that time trial is not taking temps or anything into consideration. But and there we go.
Well, he's got his setup, but still at 109.1 with his Belgium setup, so I'm sure he could be happy, well, reasonably happy with that.
Round of applause for that man there in the Williams. Who else we got? Arbon.
Anyone else?
Arbon lap.
He's just started a lap. He's just gone through the banked turn 3. Going through turn 5, turn 6. And a swooping right of turn 7. Very tight round there. Stay off the exit curb. Into turn 8. Lovely, nice and tidy. Hard braking into turn 9. Seems very clean so far. Into the second DRS zone.
Be interesting to see what the Sector
Yeah,
2
great
split is
split.
for Albon, because Sector 1 was purple. Senna with a 8.7.
Yep, 47.9 for Sector 2. Not any idea if that's quick or not, but we'll soon find out.
It's quite a big gap between Senna and Imrie. It's, what's that, 4 or 5 tenths? Yeah, 4 tenths. So, be interesting to see if any drivers can close down.
The 109.0, so he split the two into second place, so a couple of tenths between first, second, and another tenth between second and third, so it's pretty close so far, but Senna's obviously got a bit of an edge at the moment over the rest of the field.
Yeah,
Oh, Nicholas Mayer, just at 108.9, so he's back into second place as well, so top 4 covered by, well, 4 tenths of a second, but second and third only covered by just under a tenth. Anyone else on a lap? 10th Cannon yet to set a lap, but he's just starting on a set of mediums.
Yeah, Crowley's just tipped his teammate there. We've got 4th and 5th for Williams, sort of similar to Vegas, just gone. So 109.0 for Crowley. So,
so the two Williams are looking pretty strong at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. We've got top 7 are in 109, well, 108 to 109s. Bit of a gap between 7th and 8th, so it'd be nice to see a few more drives up times into the 109s or even 108s.
Yeah, so I imagine a lot of drivers will be wanting to get into the 108s, but it's obviously very low 109s at the moment for the majority of the field. A couple of people down into the 111s, but hopefully they can make an improvement and get into the 109s at least.
Yeah, good old 10th Cannon down there in 15th. Yet to set a time, but I can assure you he's been practicing quite a bit on time trials, and it'd be nice to see him do well today. I think he's doing a medium bank a lap now, so it'd be quite interesting to see where he slots into.
Now finishing a time. So 110.1 on a set of mediums, so 8th place on a set of mediums is pretty good going, to be fair.
It's a very respectable
I'll have a look, and he is
time,
the only driver on mediums, so it's a pretty respectable time, as you say. I'm sure he'll go onto a set of softs next, and I'm sure he'll be going for the top 5 at this rate.
Definitely. Definitely.
We've got Kappa Cams on a lap as well, and is there anyone else?
I don't think he is. I think he's got 11% ERS. Oh, okay, yeah. Having a bit of a coast. Or a coast to anyone that doesn't live in Norfolk.
Watson on a lap, but he's 1/10 down after the first sector. We'll see
Get
what
the
he do next through sector 2 if he can make it. Alright, B.
Yeah, quite a few people now coming out of the pits for their second run, so most drivers get 3 or 4 runs on their tyres, depending on what sort of selection they've gone, or allocation, should I say.
So Watson's up by 800ths of a second, so he's a slight improvement, but he needs a lot more time to gain in that sector 3 to make any vast improvement. But unless it is the second lap, he could very well do another, maybe another 2. He might be ditching this one. Yes, he is. Oh no, he's not. He's just going for the tighter line. Improves by 700ths of a second, still stays 10th place.
I definitely think Watson will improve because on his next set of tyres, because you can see he's done 5 laps on them softs, and I'm almost certain he's going to run out of fuel before he gets back to the pits, because I don't know if you can see on your telemetry bit, he's pretty low.
Yeah, I can. Imri's now on a lap. He's now come around the last corner. He's now going for a 108.959. So he's just pipped Crowley and Albon to 3rd position at the moment, just behind Nicholas Mayer. So that's a good second lap from Imri if he's on the wrong setup.
Definitely, as purple sector 3 from there, so granted the sector isn't that long, well the track in general isn't that long here to be honest, but nice of Imri to get himself up into the podium spot provisionally.
Yep, we've got F1 AB Hypes on a lap, very well known man in our league racing life. Traditionally very, very fast around every single track, it's quite annoying. We'll see how he gets on today. So sector 1 he improves by 800ths of a second. See how he goes through sector 2. Down to turn 9, hard braking whilst turning at the same time. And then swoops round to the left for turn 10. Early on the throttle, wide exit, straight onto the DRS. Flying down to turn 11, we'll see his sector 2 split. 4/10 up, so that's a massive improvement from Hypes. He's on for a 108.8 for the moment, so if he can improve any more for Sector 3, he could be on for a provisional pole. See how he does. Very clean for the second to last corner. Clean exit. See how he gets on. And it is 108.689. There you go. So just under a tenth of a second ahead of Sinek. I've always said he was fast. Provisional pole for him. So
Nicholas Mayer pipping him just behind Hypes as well, 108.7. So the competition is definitely ramping up. It's ramping up. I think
definitely ramping up. And Arbon's just done another lap, I think. Pretty sure he did, 108.8. Was that already the same lap? Might be wrong there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Crowley's just under 2/10 up on his time as well, so he'll slot in, I'm sure, between these guys as well.
It's definitely the top end of the field is really close at the moment, which is what we want to see. We'll see when Crowley comes around the last. Banking right-hand corner. DRS wide open. And it is a 108.879. That is close between the top 5.
Just under 2/10 between first and fifth. It's definitely getting a bit heated. You got 10th cannon now. Oh, well, no comment on 10th cannon. But
luckily I didn't see that.
I was about to mention him, like, okay, he's gonna on his, why has he stopped?
You need to be careful. You'll get
yeah, you need to be careful, mate.
It's still too long.
Speed her up, boy, speed her up.
Anyone on a lap? Robbie, no. Sinek's on a lap. I'm not sure if he's improving or not. We'll see. Yes, he does. Oh, 108.674, so he pips Hypes by another 0.15 of a second. It's very, very close here. So I'm sure Hypes will be ready for, I assume, one more lap, and I'm sure it'll be the same for Sinek. So it's going to be very close to go for the top position or for pole position. But it could be anyone's guess who it would be at the moment. Anyone else on a lap?
Yeah, we've got Verklempt just starting a lap as well, so hopefully he can get to the 108. That'd be good.
Follow him for a lap.
So it's just under a 10th up, which is if he can keep improving like that, he'll definitely be into the 108s. Coming round.
We'll join the 108 club as top 6 are already in. Let's see if he can keep it up for the remainder of the lap. He's got a bit of traffic ahead, but I don't think there'll be any worry.
Coming up to the Sector 2 split now. Still got that slight improvement, but this is where you can make up some time. Right around turn 12, coming up into the turn 13. Got to get this right. Get on the power early, which is definitely done there. DRS activated, coming up to the line. It's where people with slightly lower downforce will come into play in the race, and he gets a 108.963,
so a massive improvement for Sector 3. Just tips himself into the 108s. There's a massive gap between 7th and 8th, nearly a second between between Verklempt and CBS Shutdown, but I'm sure there's some improvement. On Imri goes fast as well, at 108.5. Didn't see that one coming.
That's absolutely reeking of excuses there from Imri. Oh, Belgium set up. Go on then, Imri.
Go on, Tad. So, 10th cannon's just gone off. He is not having a good time with it today.
I believe it's a 10th cannon.
Tricky course, I'll say.
I believe.
It's a very tricky course, to be fair, Zanvor. It's not easy. And if you do make a mistake, it will kick you in the arse.
100%, yeah.
Anyone on the lap?
Definitely a killer on tyres, this one, so it'll be nice to see some slightly different strategies in the race. I know for a fact that tyre temps can get way up there because of how high speed this track is, but yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes. I think 10th cannon is definitely going to pit for a new set of softs, see what he can do. 4.5 minutes left for quali. Everyone in the pits bar Nicholas, Legends and Mr. Leo, and Tyrrell Germ, I think he's on a lap. No, he's not. 1.5 seconds down, so definitely.
Follow Legends for a lap. He's now starting his, I assume, final lap of the session. He definitely needs to improve to get up the border, but I'm sure he can. Let's see how he follow into turn 1. Hard braking into the right end of turn 1. Early on the throttle, stay off the exit curve. Kink left into the right. And into the bank of turn 3. Early on the throttle again. Keep away from the exit curve. Nice and clean. Swoops around 4, 5 and 6. 2.5 tenths up on sector 1. It's good improvement, but he needs to make a lot more improvements to move up the order. See what we can do. Keep it nice and tidy through turn 9. Bring it to the right hand side, braking in into turn 10. Bit of a wide exit, but still clean nonetheless. DRS wide open. Improves by nearly half a second in end of sector 2. So it's looking good so far, but he needs to keep it nice and tidy.
Yeah, I reckon
Turn
if he can keep this
13.
up, he'll definitely get into the 109s. Hopefully, try and dip into the top 10 here as he comes up to the line. Flat out, and he's just missed out on a 109.
So 110.0, but in 11th place, a very respectable time. I think he'll be quite happy with that. I'm sure he wants to be in the top 10, but still, clean lap nonetheless. We got next Nicholas Mayer on a lap. He's just starting a lap. Is there anyone else on a lap currently? No.
I think it is
Nicholas
just Mayer, yeah. Come up through the 4, 5, 6 complex. Be interesting to see what his sector 1 split is, and he's just up on his time.
Only down. He's down by
down,
200ths. Down by 200ths, but that's nothing to worry about. I'm sure you can make it up in the last 2 sectors. Sector 2 is a lot slower, and you can gain a lot more time in this tight section. Also lose a lot of time. Let's see what we can do. See his split for the end of sector 2. Up by 100th of a second, so not massive, but that can make a big difference. Even if you can make another couple of hundredths, it could get him up to 3rd place. We'll see.
This will be his final run as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. Nicely out the last corner. Keeps it tight to the pit wall. Does he improve? He does! Pole!
He's done it.
Provisional pole for the moment. He improved massively in sector 3. 108.533. So that is the time to beat for the other drivers. Let's see who else is on a lap.
Does that deserve a Dutch national anthem, Dean, do you reckon?
Ooh. Does he not have to win the race?
Yeah,
or
well,
if he gets pole, we could
You know, the Dutch
play
like
the Dutch national anthem.
anything to play the Supermax anthem.
I think we've heard it about 3 million times this season. I'm sure it won't hurt to hear it one more time.
PTSD in my ears.
I think I just wait. Did Imrie go fast? No, that was his last lap.
Was Imrie in the pits? Is he, or is he? He's on one. Oh, he's on one.
He's on one. He's up by 0.04 of a second. If you can keep that momentum, that could get him into the top position. Ever so slightly wide in turn 9.
Ooh.
Keep it nice and tidy around turn 10. Keep it early on the throttle. Not a bad exit at all. Using a slight exit curve, but didn't reduce traction.
I'm going to keep an eye on Arbon
He's
here
down
as well.
by 100th of a second, so he's not going to take pole at the moment, but he can make it up in the last sector. The McLaren gets out of the way very nicely.
There you go. That's what
Arbon goes top
yeah.
with 108.516. Can Imrie take the top spot? He cannot. He doesn't improve. It's 0.08 of a second slower.
Senna's
Senna is 1/10 up on his. He's on his 1/10 up on his time. Can he take pole? He does. 108.4. Is there anyone else who can improve?
Robbie.
Pipes isn't on a lap. Crobby, I don't know. No, he's not going to make that. He's slow lap. That is. He's at 1:10.11. Clem is up by a 10. Oh no, he improved by 1/10. I think he realised 10th Cannon got into 8th position.
He's done it. 109.3. Well then, lads. Capcam's into the pit. 10th Cannon down. Clem's down. Yeah, some validated laps. So I think that is it. Oh wait,
well, that was
no, Imrie's done. And that's your lot. Senna on pole.
Imrie's got no ERS, so I don't think he'll be doing any improvements. But that was a close qualifying there.
Look at that. Literally a 10th on the dot between first and fourth. 4 different constructors. We're in for a good race, Dean.
I really hope so. I wonder if there'll be any different tyre strategies going ahead. I'm not sure what the tyre strat is around here, but
I think it
I will
is-
question whether someone might go for a soft start just to see if they can get in front, but that is a risky move being a very high tyre deg track.
Yes, it's definitely painful on the tyres. I think it is a one-stop, whether you want to go hard or mediums, medium hards. Or even
medium hard or hard medium.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware.
But yeah, the Williams team will definitely be happy with that. 4th and 6th.
Yeah, don't think they can complain.
Oh,
There's 5 different constructors in the top 5, which is nice to see. Then Crovey in 6th. I can't see the leaderboards anymore, which is always helpful.
It's definitely helpful. Cheers, Codemasters. Nice one.
It'd be curious to see what Minico could have done, considering he's been the dominant force in the last season and early part of this season. So who knows what would happen if he was here, but he is not. So I'm sure everyone else will capitalise on it. And look at that gap. So, what have we got?
Do we wait for the menus to load?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were on an Xbox Series X
Yeah,
now.
Series X. That's lovely loading times.
It's still slow.
Yeah, but there we go. Nonetheless, here's the lineup. You've got Seneca on pole, Arbon, Nicholas Mayer, Ryan Emery, Hypes, Crovey, Verklempt, 10th Cannon getting up into 8th. The 2 Haas boys, 9th and 10th. CB Shutdown, Material Germ, Legends in 13th. Parzival in 14th. Leo in 15th. Tune in next for the round 3 of Orion. Let's go.
Right.
I'm now going to have a look at the standings. Let's have a look. So we've got Emery in first, Arbon just behind 2 points, and then Nicholas Mayer just behind him on 1 point. So it's 38 for Emery, 36 for Arbon, 35 for Nicholas Mayer. And then we've got Minico in 4th. Oh, it's a wet race. Wet race, boys.
Wet race? Oh, good lord.
Oh, wait.
That's a very, very wet race.
Dean, I think I've messed up here.
What's that?
I'm on the grid.
You're on the grid?
Yeah, because I joined the session after qualifying started, didn't
I? I'd say you
That's
probably want to retire straight away.
Yeah, I'll retire. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties here. It's not very often you see the likes of Crofty and Brundle on the grid, but you know. Oh dear. I'll do a little parade lap and then go in.
I think you'd have to just...
Yeah, no, I'll
retire
retire in the pits. I'll do one lap, retire in the pits.
Yeah,
it shouldn't cause a safety car.
Well, you can get a POV of the start from the back of the grid.
Oh yeah, we look very
stay
nice
out of the way.
One, yeah. So
it's looking like it's going to be a full wet race, but I don't know if there's any forecast of it clearing up.
I can show you the forecast, Dean, as a driver on the grid. We have
go on then.
We have a 50% wet race, and then it eases up as we come into the later stages of the Grand Prix and gets very sunny.
That's what we want to hear.
So
that's what we want to hear, because we want to hear who's going to change to dries or inters at the right time. So this could be an interesting one. I'm going to see if anyone is going to survive out of turn 1. It's a very tricky track, even in the dry, so I don't want to know what it's going to be like in the rain. So this could be fun.
I think. Ooh.
So what car are you in?
I'm in the Red Bull, sadly. So Supermax intensifies.
Supermax intensifies into the pits.
Yeah. Starts in 20 seconds. Someone's readied up. I don't know if that's meant to be happening, but
it's 40 now, to be fair. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they said it was 1940 when the people were starting. Yeah.
Race.
Mine just says waiting for players currently. So
well, you got a actual countdown from me as well. 5 seconds. I don't know if formation lap's on, but this totally throws the strategy out the window. Will someone be daring enough to go on intermediates? I doubt it, because I think absolutely.
Watson said he's running inters.
Oh my! I do see some inters on the side. No, I don't. It's wet. Okay, it's straight into it then.
Oh, here we go.
5 red lights.
Right, so it's 5 lights, and away we go. Clean start from the grid so far. There's a rogue Red Bull at the background. Senak still in the P1. Arbon takes P2 into the first corner. Oh, there's a couple of crashes in the background. A McLaren off, as well as, I think, a Haas.
Yeah, you got CB shut down and cap cams at the back.
Senak leading the way from Nicholas Mayer, Arbon, Imri, and Crovey. There is a little fight in the background between Mr. Leo and passable. 20B Hypes gets in front of Legends, apart from he doesn't anymore. It's all over the place. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, if I'm honest. So, we'll go from here. Senak leading the way. Nicholas Mayer, Arbon, Imri, and Crowley behind. Seems to be a bit of a train already, but reasonably clean. A couple of bits of contact at the start, but no safety cars, which is very nice. The possible race strategy says it's wet all the way through the race, but that could possibly change potentially. We'll see what happens as we get through the race.
I'll do a weather report for you before I retire.
What's the weather like, Ted?
It's well, Crofty. We've got heavy rain at the moment, but the weather report says that it's meant to be lightening up in the next few minutes. Could be intermediates or wets. It says not sure if intermediates or wets is faster at the moment, but I can tell you now.
Well, at the moment, Watson is going backwards at the moment. He's being overtaken left, right, and centre by everyone. Oh, and the AlphaTauri of Legend send it up the inside. I think he made contact with Hypes, I think. He has spun round, unfortunately. Hopefully he can get going. Again, he is back now in last position, which is unfortunate. But maybe there'll be a safety car sometime soon. He's not too far back, so we'll see what happens. There's a few gaps already between 6th and 7th. Hypes is about a second behind, but he is gaining quite quickly.
Ooh, bit of a snap there from Senna. Good save, my good man. 3 people on the intermediates. Both Williams have gone for it.
I think I did not.
Yeah,
I need to change the detail.
Yeah.
The tyres.
Interesting to see,
They
actually.
are keeping up for the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
So that could play into their hands very nicely if they can keep up with the top 3 on the wets.
It doesn't
I'm
seem
sure
to
that is
hindering them at the moment, but I suppose.
Oh, Senak's gone wide in the second last quarter, and Nicholas May takes the lead. See if Arbon. Oh, Senak's down to 4th position now.
Imri's going to go for it on Arbon.
So he's going to go for it into turn 1. The late break into the inside. Looks like he's made the move. He has into P2. Looks like Senna might even capitalise on Arbon's loss of position. He's going to stick around the outside. He is sticking around the outside, but he might not make it stick. It's very slippery around there. And he's even got the Williams of Crowley next to him now. But I think Crowley backs out of it just to play it safe.
Yeah, I think in these early stages it's definitely wiser to play it safe. You can sort of see some packs bunching up now and sort of making progress. It's better just to use each other, not hinder each other at this point in the race, in my opinion anyway. I mean, we have a yellow flag.
Yellow flag is Aston Martin who's spun round. I think that's Material Germ, sorry. Yeah, spun round. Don't think I see any damage, but hopefully should get going again. Okay, looks fine to me. So yeah, I mean, there isn't any DRS activated at the moment, obviously, so there isn't as much of a DRS train problem with this track, but it should be out and out pace, hopefully. There will be some packs building up, but at the moment it's quite together. I mean, the top 7 are very close together, then Watson is a bit far back. Speaking of top 7, Hypes is making a move on the Klimt, coming out in the last corner, a massive momentum shift, and he moves up into 6th position. Lovely old job. Hypes seems to be cutting through the field, and he's not very far behind the top 5 at all, so he's got a bit of a snap out of those out of the first corner. Yeah, he's been overtaken by the Klimt. Again, he just could not get any traction out of the first corner exit. Let's see if he can follow through the S's of turn 4, 5 and 6.
Sorry, anything you said in the past minute and a half, I have not heard because my controller disconnected. So if you are talking to me, I'm really sorry. I didn't hear you.
To be fair, I've been just commentating. It's fine.
Nice
no problem.
one. That gap between Nicholas Mayer and Imri is going to be very interesting as we get later on to this race, because there's 1.3 seconds a minute ago, and obviously Imri being on the intermediates, Nicholas Mayer being on the wets. It's going to be interesting, actually. Well, the rain doesn't look like it's easing up, so I'd say
no,
Nicholas
but there isn't a massive pace difference between the 2 tyres. It may just be an out-and-out pace. At the moment, Imri is just under the 1 second mark now. I mean, he's not going to get DRS, which isn't going to help him, but he will benefit from the toe of the car in front. As you can see, he is gaining. He's now about 8 tenths behind before the first corner.
We're
An arm on pits.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he pitting for Inters, do you think?
I reckon
he's going
so.
for Inters.
That's the thing, when I done the weather report, it did say we don't know whether wets or inters is going to be faster, which I found.
Watson up front battling with Verklempt.
A bit of a moment there.
It might be that there is a turn of pace now where the Inters might actually be quicker than the wets.
Yeah, you can see the rain on screen sort of eased up a little bit, so I do feel like we're going to have I think Arbon, it'd be interesting to see how much he's undercut the rest of the pack with that early pit stop. I think drivers will now be coming in.
It might seem that the Williams have done a masterclass of strategy. Definitely haven't got the Ferrari strategists on their side. They'd probably put softs on.
Oh, we should have done our predictions at the start. We forgot predictions. Well,
never mind.
As a genius right now, I'm going to say that Imrie will be first in the next few laps. But then again,
well,
I think Nicholas might. Well, it depends how long this rain goes on for, because the intermediates could, this rain could go, light rain could go on for quite a while, as Clemfron's really wide there. And Watson now takes full advantage of that.
It could get worse again, to be fair.
Be interesting to see as we come up now to the home straight. Nicholas does stay out, with Imrie now closing the gap to under a second, 7 tenths in fact. Yeah, that rain is definitely easing up as Senna comes in. I'm sure he'll be bolting on some intermediate tyres. Anyone else?
I'm not sure if the race engineers have been saying anything about changing onto Inters, but because the rain doesn't look it's massively improved, but then again, I don't think it is quite wet tyre weather, should we say?
No.
It'll be interesting to see if anyone sets any more fastest laps. Maybe Arbon with his fresh Inters might set some fastest laps soon. We'll soon see. Imrie is 5 tenths behind now. He's got to be patient. He's still got 30 laps left, but in the wet weather, it's going to be quite sketchy to make a move. I'm sure the most common place to make an overtake will be into turn 1. So we'll see what he can do. He's down under 4 tenths of a second, so he's clearly closing the gap. He's currently got just under 50% ERS, and I think Nicholas has got just about 50%, so just about the same. All Imrie's got to do is be patient, just make sure you get a good exit out of turn 13 and 14.
That's the thing, if you're going to change your tyres, you need to commit to it. There's no in the middle of this, because you're going to lose a lot of time if you leave it too long.
100%. I think Nicholas might be going for it as well. Yeah, he's gone into Inters, so Imrie takes the lead of the race. Definitely seems to have chosen the right tyre for the start, and it has paid off. So, two Williams are in a 1-2 position at the moment.
Yeah, we're going to have Watson up into podium position as well. Hassboy's doing wonders. Yeah.
His start might not have been very, very good, but it might have paid off to. Well, it seems to have paid off to start on.
Yeah. Let's see where Arbon comes out compared to the runners, because I think he was 6th, weren't he? Was he 6th?
There you go. Arbon's gone fastest with the fastest lap of 1:12.3. I think I saw. Might be the 1:12. I might be wrong.
Might get a bit of traffic here behind Mr. Leo with the wet runners still out and about on the top. We've got 10th Cannon and Mr. Leo both out on the wet. Everyone else in the top 10.
He's just overtaken Mr. Leo around the outside. Definitely got more traction than the wet runners, so I'm pretty sure all wet runners need to come in now. Seems to be a definite change in conditions. That the rain is definitely lightened up now. Even on the screen, you can see there's a lot less spray coming up.
Williams 1-2. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it?
Well, they gambled it.
The gamble paid off.
But there's still 30 laps to go, 29 laps to go.
Watson running a bit wide there into turns 11 and 12. I think it's 11 and 12 anyway.
It is, yeah. 11 and 12.
A corner on the track. I think that's what I'm going to call it.
A corner on the track. So at the moment we've only got 10th Cannon, Mr. Leo, Material Germ on wets left. I think that 10th Cannon is now coming to the pits. I'm hoping that Mr. Leo will do the same thing. And actually, people need to brake early before going to the pits, otherwise they will get speeding penalties that everyone seems to be getting. Like, Mr. Leo is taking it quite cautiously. There you go, straight into the pits, lovely. And Material Germ is the only one left on the wet tyre. Probably should consider going in for Inters now. He is, understeering quite badly now, so He's definitely onto inters. He's squirreling all over the place. Trying to keep it on the road. Let's see if he can actually make it into the pits. And he does. But will he get a speeding penalty? No. There you go. So everyone has now gone to the pits. All the inters.
Right, temp cannon's
Got any
put
battles
on.
going on?
Temp cannon's put on another set of wets, I think.
Oh dear, he's had a bit of a mare there. I don't think he's changed his settings to change it to inters, which is that's annoying because he's in the top 10 even after pitting. So
yeah,
he will need to pit again and change to those inters, and that will put him very far down the order, I imagine. We've got Verklempt close behind Hypes, both on 1 lap old inters. Nicholas Mayer goes fastest for 120.1, so it definitely wasn't a 112. I'm guessing it was a 122.1. I just can't read.
Welcome to Norfolk. But I think it'll be very interesting to see now Nicholas against Watson, because obviously Nicholas has been on his tyres for two laps, Watson on 8 laps, so that tyre difference as the rain gets on, I'm sure there'll be...
I mean, the good thing is the intermediate tyres do last quite a long time.
Exactly,
they should do anyway.
yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure they'll have to pit at some point. I don't think they can make a whole race out of it. I'm not 100% sure. But Nicholas Mayer is right behind Watson now. I'm sure he'll go for it, I reckon, into turn 1. He could make it into the end of sector 2. He's already going for it. I think Watson's low on ERS. No, he might be just letting him past, potentially.
Yes.
Either way, Nicholas Mayer makes it up into P3, back into the podium positions again. Definitely eager to start catching the Williams drivers.
Yeah, it's definitely sensible there from Watson. You don't want to fight too much at this stage. You don't want to hinder yourself at all, and you'll just bunch up yourselves and lose time to the cars behind.
He's got himself in a good top 4 position. It's very, very good. He's got a 6-second gap to Arbon at the moment, so he's very comfortable where he is. I mean, I'm not sure what his goals are for the season, but at the moment it's going pretty well for this race.
Top 4. I think in TRL once, I think he got a podium or a 4th place at Singapore, I want to say. I know for a fact he was over the moon with that.
Are you sure it wasn't a podium?
I'm almost certain it was a podium.
Second
actually. Or 3rd, wasn't it?
I think it might have been 3rd, actually. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's like season 4 or 5, potentially. Just like shamelessly plugging a league that doesn't run anymore. But yeah.
No. Rip TRL. Got to get that in there.
At least once in the stream, maybe twice.
We'll say at the end, that's fine. Temp is hit for another set of inters, and he's down to 12.
So yeah, he's now onto the inters, which is much better, but he is a good 18 seconds behind P11, so he finds himself very lonely at the moment, but he does have Cabacams close behind, who could catch up on his 3-lap-old inters, which are a lot more warmed up and intense, so this could be a little battle. Let's see if there's anyone else following. Yeah. Hypes is close behind Sinek.
I think for Crovy's sake, it'd be nice if the blue flags are actually recognised by the Aston Martin. That would proper annoy me, I'm not going to lie. I'm sure the shirts will have a slap on the wrist for the Aston Martin driver who doesn't move, but he seems to be making headway now, actually.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a very tight track, so the blue flags really needed to be heeded. That Crovy does need to get through, even if he is similar pace-wise, he should let him through. But Crovy does need to close up. Is it to Material Gem, I assume? It is, yeah. Okay.
Look at that, Hypes is now gaining on Senna in 6th and 7th battle. With the Clemps not that far behind either. And he's really gaining on
big
through
gaps
here.
Between each position between 1st to 5th, but yeah, this is the closest battle at the moment. He's keep it clean through turn. It's 9 and 10. I can't remember now. 10. Oh, there's a bit of a wobble on the exit for Senna. To give Hypes a run into turn 11. Does he go for it on the inside? And he doesn't. He just stays out of it. Senna goes slightly wide into turn 11 and 12. Hypes with a little bit of oversteer coming out the exit at 12. But it's all okay. He's still close behind. Nice, keep it off the exit curve of turn 13. Feather the throttle through turn 14. Definitely looks like he's got a run on centre here. Gonna go for the inside line. He is. Might even get the job done before the first corner. Oh, make a bit of contact into turn 1, but no tears been shed. It looks like Pipes is through.
Yeah, slight spin from Mr. Leo there. That's he's got going again now. Cannon's passed him, so he's up into 11th place. Hopefully the Aston Martin driver can make a bit of progress now. Hopefully get a top 10. You never know.
No, so Nicholas Mayer has gained massively on Crovey here, because obviously Crovey's on a lot older inters, and I think he was about 6 seconds behind. He's now 1.4 seconds behind, so this could be one to watch out for. Crovey is being held up by the Aston Martin Material Germ, who definitely should be moving out the way now. Definitely not good to be holding up P2. He's not even considering moving, which is not good at all. Obviously ghosting is on, which does help Crovey, but Material Germ should be moving out the way, and is not.
I'll be surprised if he doesn't get a penalty for the game itself. Give him a penalty at this point, because it's been now what, 1 or 2 laps, 2 laps maybe of solid blue flags.
Does the game actually give you?
I think it does.
Give you penalties for that?
I want to say so. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We'll see. Time will tell. Because at this point, I don't think he's going to be moving.
No, and also Nicholas Mayer's right behind Crovey now, which is not what the Williams driver wants. He's right up his chuff, as we say.
Oh, yeah, I just realised I've had one gap to leader on instead of intervals. So I was like, when you said Nicholas Mayer's right behind him, I was like, what? He's 5 seconds.
Oh no, Crovey goes wide, and Nicholas Mayer does go through into P2. I think Crovey might have thought differently and think it's definitely not part of his race. He needs to compete for P2. And what was a safety car?
That's the Alfa Romeo spun, I believe. I'm trying to. Yep, that is Mr. Leo.
He's got no front wing. I'm not entirely sure what happened, and if that did cause a safety car. I'm assuming it did, but that seems very minor. However, that is going to shake things up. Is anyone going to pit for new inters? Will Imrie go to the pit, do you think?
And also the Haas of Kappa cams in as well. It definitely will now split the whole grid on what tyres they're going to put on. I think Temp Cannon's gone for another set of intermediates. Yes, he has. Great time to do that.
You won't choose anything else apart from inters and just debating whether what. Oh no, so Imrie is not going to the pits for a new set of inters. I'm assuming he's going to just slog it out and see what he can do. Maybe it'll dry up later on, because there does seem to be a drier line forming.
Oh, definitely, yeah. At this point, you'd be spamming the weather report thing on the menu. You're like, is it going to be dry or not? But I think at this point, with how hard it is to overtake on the track precision is going to be everything at this point.
Yeah.
So I think very wise from Imrie there to stay out. I think despite the tyre wear, he's got 13 lap old intermediates. Watson goes for medium tyres, and Mr. Leo
that is bold. Very bold move from Watson. He will find that very difficult to control if
I don't know.
The safety car comes in the next few laps.
Spaced out, so you never know. I mean, it's still light rain. I mean, it's going to be a good 4 or 5 laps at least of wet track. So,
I mean, at the moment there's massive amounts of spray. I mean, the Aston Martin Mr. Leo has retired from the race. I'm not entirely sure why. He only seemed to have lost his front wing, has retired, so I'm not entirely sure what he's doing, but never mind, move on. So the biggest story at the moment is Watson on mediums. It's bold is an understatement. Will it work? I don't know. I mean, there is a dry line forming, but the rain hasn't stopped yet, so unless it stops in the next lap or two, I don't think he's going to be in P5 for very long. I mean, he's already also considering he's struggling to go around the track as it is at the moment under safety car conditions, so I'm sure his tyres are stone cold, and he's actually holding up Arbon and Sinek behind him to try and catch up to the pack, and he's not actually succeeding in doing that. He's actually finding himself in the gravel trap.
Oh, and it'd be nice. I know it's going to be pretty difficult, but it'd be nice if Imrie could let past Legends and Material Germ and let them unlap themselves, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I think that's up to the game to make that decision, isn't it?
No, I think if Imrie goes off track, it will say you can pass Imrie, but then obviously you don't want to let past Nicholas, which is, I don't know. I just feel like if
Then
there's
again,
a
I'm
safety
sure
car,
Imri wouldn't mind 2 cars in between him and second place.
yeah, oh, definitely, yeah.
So-
From his point of view, yeah, 2021 Abu Dhabi all over again.
let's not bring that back up. Might trigger some people.
Vietnam flashbacks.
Oh no. Oh.
It would actually be because obviously Nicholas is Dutch, Imri English. If them lap cars get let through, you know. Ooh.
Oh, and then also Nicholas is on much fresher tyres as
Oh,
well.
well,
which
he's just
is the
hit the
same
Aston
as
Martin.
Abu Dhabi 21.
Would that be? Please don't give him a
What?
penalty for that. It hasn't. Okay. Hopefully, no damage has been. Well, let's have a look. That's one thing I wish that, from a spectator's menu point of view, you could look at damage levels, tyre wear. I mean,
Tyre wear,
sometimes it does
yeah.
pop up, like on a little, like fancy graphic sometimes, but.
The AWS graphic that they like to plug.
Mm.
Oh, we haven't talked about Sky Glass and the red button. If you want to watch all the onboards of these drivers, you can press the red button.
If you would like to watch the point of view of, let's say, Arbon, tough shit, we're not going to look at him. That's how it's going to work.
Is that because he's an Ipswich supporter?
Yeah, up the notch.
I mean, up the notch, up the notch, down in 16th or whatever we are.
Football talk.
Don't think many people are interested in
No.
the battle between Ipswich and Norwich, but tough. It's our stream. We can do what we want,
We do what we want. The Nodge boys are in town.
and we can't have Imri telling me what to do because he's currently concentrating on a race. So it's fine.
I think this will be the lap, Dean. Lap 17,
Think so?
I think we'll be on a restart now, yeah. Rain is still
Keep an eye
there.
on the safety car and see if the lights do go off. But the rain is still there, but it is lightening up. Definitely lightening up. But Imri he spun it out there of turn 3, but he kept it going. I'm sure his excuse will be, I was just warming up my tyres,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure he needs a new pair of underwear.
Box.
box, a new pair of pants.
Well, I'm sure Watson's medium tyres will be piping hot right now.
Actually,
I-
I
you
don't
know
know, it
what,
might be
I'm
freezing
rooting
cold,
for
actually.
him. I'm rooting for him. If he pulls this off somehow,
I mean, he might lose some positions at the start, and then
But
it
it'll just-
clears up, but he's just got to make sure he stays on track first.
thing is the Delta. Oh god, Imri's just getting snaps left, right, and centre. I mean, Nicholas is probably licking his lips right now, but
Licking his lips.
lips.
I mean, we have got the Dutch anthem ready to go. If needs be, safety car is in this lap, so I'm sure Imri will be backing up the pack. He is now before turn 11.
Thing
If I was
is,
him, I wouldn't go early. I would probably wait till the start finish straight, but I am not leading the race, so I can't tell you what to do. Or you can start it now.
I just have a
The
bad
safety car
feeling
is
about
too
this thing.
close.
I shouldn't be saying it, but with Material Germ not moving out of the way of Provy, and he's now essentially P3, but a lapped car, I'm gonna ride on board with someone behind him. Let's say that.
I will ride with, well, not ride with him. I will use an off-board view of Imri, see how he does the start. Looks like he might have gone for
He's
it. He has
gone,
gone for
yeah.
it. That's a good jump from Imri there. He's already got a second gap to, or more than a second gap to Nicholas Mayer, who's got
Legends has moved out of the
cars
way.
in front of the way. I think Verklemt's gone for a move on Watson, or is he not? No, Arbon's made a move on Watson, and so has Sinek. Yeah, Watson is moving backwards, rather. That's quite unfortunate. Down to P8 in the moment.
Oh, good battle
Pass all the
between
Red
10th and
Bull
11th.
finds himself up into P10 in front of Kappa Cams. Watson loses another place to CBS shutdown, unfortunately, but he has got a bit of a gap to P10, so hopefully he can keep that. Nicholas Mayer is right behind Imri at the moment, about 2 tenths behind. Let's see if he can make a move.
Bit of contact there between Parsifal and Kappa Cams. I don't know if that was a bit of a connection issue there, but both of them were side by side coming into the end of the Sector 1 split, and that was
It looks like Nicholas Mayer's got a run on Imri. Oh, they make a bit of contact coming up to turn 11, but Nicholas Mayer's going for a bit. Imri sticks around the outside still and stays in front. Oh, there's a spin from the Alfa Romeo of Hypes. Oh, no. The Hypes is falling down the field, but we'll carry on watching Nicholas Mayer, who's still very close behind Imri, who's being chased by Material Germ, who thinks he's in P3. Imrie goes defensive, goes for the inside line, moves back across. Mayer's got the inside line for turn 1. Outbrakes him, makes the move into turn 1, but can Imrie cut back?
P4,
No,
5 and
Nicholas Mayer
16.
has made the move. I'll go back to P4, 5 and 6.
Oh,
Arbon and Crovey are battling it out. Crovey on much older tyres has lost out to the Ferrari driver. We've also got Sinak making a move on Verklempt, round the outside into turn 8. Keep it clean, boys. Whoa, lovely move.
hats off, Senna. That was a good move
Tauri
there.
driver. That was a very, very good move from the AlphaTauri driver. Up into the podium positions once again.
We've got the tyre graphics up, Dean. It's quite an interesting one. We've got Watson obviously on his medium tyres, and we've got Temp Cannon, Kappa Cams, Hypes, and Material Germ. They've all now come in
We've also
for
got
hard and
Hypes
medium
on
tyres.
mediums. Yeah, so I mean the dry tyres look like they might be a thing soon. The rain is stopping, and Watson is now right behind CBS shutdown, wanting to make a move. So it looks like Watson once again might have made a bold move, but a good move, to go onto mediums or to go onto a different tyre to everyone else. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
to everyone else.
pitting
Everyone
off.
is pitting now. Everyone's pitting into the pits. Nicholas Mayer, Imrie, Sinak, Verklempt, Arbon,
DRS enabled as
Crovey.
well.
Make sure you don't hit each other. Watson, fastest lap of the race, into the lead of the race.
I called it.
What a blinder from the ex-TORL driver. Just going to plug that there. Into the lead. Everyone else seems to be going on to sets of hards. Crovey, they've had to double stack the Williams, so Crovey's getting a bit shafted, I'll say.
Well, there we go.
The only driver left on Inters is Legends. Please, Legends, pit for for dry tyres. You are a minute behind P12. It's not going particularly well.
There we go. Watson P1 in the hats. Nicholas
Yep.
now 1.5 seconds ahead of Imrie. Clent is now somehow got up into P4. Senna has lost out in them pits, down to P6.
I mean, Imrie's got the Aston Martin Material Germ still not moving out of the way of blue flags. He is 100% undoubtedly getting a penalty for this because he just shouldn't be there. Should be adhering to blue flag rules. He did lose it out of turn 10, and Imrie should be getting through his ghosted car. But I don't think Material Germ is going to give up anytime soon. He thinks he's racing everyone on track. Watson, another fastest lap, the 1:16.1. He is flying at the moment. He's obviously got warmed up tyres. Everyone else will be slowly warming up their tyres, especially the drivers on hards. But we'll see the times tumble. As we see Material Germ go fastest, you know. The man fighting everyone on track goes fastest.
I tell you what, if Watson can pull this off by some miracle, I mean, his medium tyre is going to be screaming by the end of this. But
I mean, to be fair, he is maintaining a reasonable gap at the moment, but I'm sure his tyres will fall off a massive cliff, probably in the next 10 to 15 laps, I imagine.
12.5 second buffer, which is now rapidly decreasing. So now I think Nicholas's tyres are warmed up.
Got a caution in sector 2. Capacams is retired from the race. I'm not sure where.
I think that he's in the pits. His car's now pulling out of the pit there.
Okay. Alright, so what we've got at the moment, we've got Arbon chasing Verklempt, who's also got Material Germ for company. Yet again, blue flags everywhere. Watson fastest lap once again. I'm sure Nicholas Mayer will have something to do with that, because I'm pretty sure he's been gaining this last lap. Does he go fastest? He does, and then Imrie goes fastest as well.
Arbon.
And then Arbon goes fastest as well.
Purple sectors
So-
galore.
Times are tumbling as we speak. Got a good fight between Arbon and Verklempt at the moment. We'll follow as Arbon is on mediums, whereas Verklempt on hards, so I'm sure Arbon is eager to move up the order and see if he can maintain the gaps until the end. I'm sure, I'm going to assume he's trying to go to the end on these mediums, but I'm not sure if he will be able to.
Yeah, I think, like you say, these medium runners are going to be really want to get past the hards, make the most of the advantage that they have, because that is going to come to bite them in the arse sooner or later in the race. As Hype sets the fastest lap, 1.12? 1:12.8.
1.12.
Yeah, 1.12. That's a quick time, that one. Hard to beat.
Unfortunately, Hypes is in 11th place, 28 seconds behind 10th. But well, from the pace he's showing, I'm sure he'll be trying to get back into the top 10 to grab a few points at least.
It's
We've got Arbon, who's now got DRS, which has been enabled. Got a good run on the Klimt, straight into the inside. He's made the move before the first corner, makes it look very easy, up into P4. I'm sure he's got his sights now set on Imri, who will definitely put up a bit of a fight. Oh, Material Germ retires from the race.
Oh, big spin from CB shut down. Big spin.
Is it turn 1?
Yeah, he caught a bit of the grass as he come into the turn 1 to overtake Temp Cannon.
And Legends retires as well. What is going on?
But
yeah,
he tried to make a move
surprising.
On Temp Cannon, and his rear overtook his front and just completely spun. Win-win for Temp Cannon, but it's sad to see quite a few drivers retire now. We've got, well, everyone's scoring bar 1 now in the race, and that's sadly Hypes, who is 20 seconds behind. But
it's surprising though, because more drivers retired on the dries than they did in the wet.
Yep.
There's only one, not including yourself, which don't count. Mr. Leo retired in the wet, whereas the other 3 just retired in the last few laps, which is very bizarre. I guess people are getting more risky and aggressive on the throttle. They're not quite used to this dry running again, making more mistakes. So we got Arbon and Verklempt still battling it out. Verklempt's close behind after the first corner, and also with Arbon close behind Imri, apologies. And then Imri is actually also close behind Nicholas Meyer, so 2nd to 5th are only covered by just about 3 seconds.
yeah, it's going to be a close finish here. I think the hard runners are definitely going to build up the pace towards the end. Watson, I really would like him to hold on, but I think those medium tyres around lap 13, 14, maybe 15 are really going to start to fall off. You can see Nicholas.
I mean, the one good thing is that the first few laps were under safety car, so I don't think his tyres are 9 laps old under pace of the mix or under stress. So he's got a lot more tyre life than you think, but I think it's just too short or too long of a time to go to make his tyres last to the end. But I mean, he could still keep top 3. I mean, he might even still win. We don't know yet. I mean, Nicholas Meyer is reining him in, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how long the guys have been on dry tyres now. I think it's 5 laps, obviously.
Well, I've got it's got 5 laps on a lot of the all the other runners. So
in 5 laps,
the track is completely dry now. So I'm assuming it's going to be dry to the end of the race, unless it miraculously rains and Watson goes onto wets out of nowhere.
No, he's done
right
well.
behind
Yeah.
Imri, going into turn 7, but he's going to keep behind. I think Imri's struggling with low ERS, very low ERS. In fact, his rear light is flashing. So, but Arbon has not got a lot either.
On his Belgium setup.
That is very true, actually. Still top 3, very, very well done from Imri, really, to be on a Belgium setup. At least it wasn't a Monaco setup. That's something.
Yeah, that'd be game over for him. No, he has done well, especially on this podium position as of now. But he's got Arbon and Verklempt breathing down his neck, and like you say, low ERS. It's not going to be ideal, especially as we come round into the final corner now. Overtake on for Arbon. He's going to want to get straight past. Imri squeezed him a little bit there, but it looks like he's made the move, and Arbon is up into P3.
I mean, it's a clean move. I mean, Imri's perfectly allowed to make or to squeeze him as much as a car width to the edge of the track, but that was perfectly fine. Clean move from Arbon up into P3. I'm sure he'll be happy with that, but it depends how long his mediums can carry on before they start falling off the cliff. So we'll see, I reckon, in the next 5 to 7 laps is when the hards will come into their own and start to gain again. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Nicholas Meyer is now 5.2 seconds behind Watson, so it looks like it's going to be an inevitable overtake soon enough, but we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on that one. At the moment, it seems to be the best battles between P3, 4 and 5 still.
Yeah, I think.
And also Senna is close behind as well, not to count him out either. He's only 1.2 seconds behind Verklempt. He's got not a lot of ERS. Let's see who else has got ERS everyone else has got. Everyone's pretty low on ERS. However, Imri has got DRS out of the last corner. Let's see if he can make a move into turn 1. He's gaining. Going to make a move around the outside. Brakes late. Arbon brakes late as well. He's going to make a cutback move. No, Arbon fends him off. I'm sure we'll see if he can make a run out of turn 3. Get a clean exit. A bit wobbly on the exit, so not going to make the move here. Got Verklempt close behind still, so he's got to keep an eye on that as well. I think everyone needs to try and reserve some ERS if they can, but I'm pretty sure from experience it's hard to actually get any ERS back.
Around here, it's really difficult. Yeah. But I think Watson is preparing for the inevitable with his 80% ERS, whilst Nicholas, I'm sure, is trying to close that gap. I think all drivers from second, third, 40%, fifth, sixth, seventh. So everyone, bar Watson, has got under 30% ERS, so he's preparing for it. He knows it's coming, with 10 laps to go.
Okay, so that's actually gone really quickly. 10 laps to go already, and it's going to be hotting up soon enough, as Nicholas Mayer is just over 3 seconds behind. Imri is close behind Arbon into turn 1, but decides not to make a move. He's just biding his time. Hopefully Arbon's tyres, well, for him, hopefully Arbon's tyres will wear off, but he is on a lot fresher medium, so he might be able to make it to the end with good pace, Arbon, so he might have timed it well with his pit stop. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah, I think
Verklempt's still biding his time as well. Apologies for that. Just Verklempt's biding his time, just sticking behind with P5. Senna seems to have lost quite a lot of time, actually 2.3 seconds behind now, but we'll see if he can catch up back up to the pack. But he's out of the DRS train, so that might be why. Oh, he spins! He spins out of turn 9 and actually hit the wall, and I think he might have damaged his front wing as well. Oh, that is a commentator's curse and a half, saying that he might be able to catch up again, and he's just spun it into a wall.
I was then about to say, Senna's dropped off a little bit, but then, as you mentioned it, like you say, commentator's curse has not gone very well for him.
Oh no, he's absolutely got. He hasn't damaged his front wing, but he's lost bundles of time. And also, Imri's got in front of Arbon now. I've missed that. Imri's just got back in front of Arbon, and also Verklempt's peeking up the inside of Arbon as well. So this battle for P3 is very spicy, with Senna out of the contention now, which is unfortunate, but these three will not back down, so you can get the last podium spot. Nicholas Mayer is now 2 seconds behind Watson with 8 laps to go, so it's getting closer and closer, but Watson's tyres are 14 laps old, so I'm sure they're starting to really scream at him now.
Just trying to work out where he'd come out if he then tried to pit again, because he'd have really fresh tyres. I think it would be around the
Watson?
P7, yeah, P7, P8 mark, I reckon.
I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I think if he can, it's best bet if he wants to have a good position is don't battle Nicholas too much and try and stick for P2. I reckon he can probably still get P2.
I just think around here, once you lose one position, you then start to get a bit swamped. But
true.
We'll see.
But we'll definitely see what happens. But also, Imri, Arbon, and Verklempt have all got DRS, or they're in a DRS train and fight, so they might actually be losing out time from themselves. I mean, Imri is gaining on Watson, but not that massively.
Yeah.
He's been at the 3 second mark for a little while now, so be surprised.
So I think Verklempt's listening to the stream because he is now. I say that. Yeah, no, never mind. He is saving up his ERS slightly. He was on about 35–40%. He's now used up a little bit, but yeah, I think it'll be good to sort of save up a little bit whilst you're in this DRS train, and then sort of use it when you need to in the last few laps.
Yeah, if I was Verklempt, I'd be saving up my ERS. Just take the DRS when you can and try and stay within 1 second, which he definitely is, and bide your time, because he could potentially, if they, well, I wouldn't say they'll have an accident, but they might have an accident, or where they both go off track or anything like that, he might be able to pit for P3. He has got a lot more ERS than the other two, so that might be what he's doing anyway, as you were saying. Just needs a bit more if he can.
The inevitable is
Arbon
now
R1's got a run on Imri. He's going to go for a dive at the inside. Dives at the inside. Imri's going to stick it around the outside. No contact. And Imri keeps the position. But, as I say, that makes them lose time to Watson. And now still a 3-second gap to Watson. So, it's still working out for the Haas driver in P1, who has actually got Nicholas right behind him, just over 1 second behind. So, he will have DRS soon enough. I will assume it'll be the end of this lap. I will come back to that, but I'll be watching R1, who's right behind Imri.
It's great driving from Imri, R1 and Verklempt, but in the bigger picture, I would be trying to not battle as much just to try and gain on Watson and Nicholas Mayer, as Nicholas is now under a second to Watson, as we say that. I think you may be right, Dean. I think it may be either this lap or next lap he does go for that move.
I reckon it could be, well, Nicholas has got 23% ERS, I think, and then Watson has been using his ERS. He's now got about 30-something, so we'll see if Nicholas May will make a move into turn 1. He's quite far back. I don't think he'll go for it this time round, but he can buy his time. Shows his nose into the right wing mirror of the Haas driver. It's 2.5 tenths behind now. Looking ever more likely he will make the move, but it's a matter of when.
Yeah, it's early doors, but this will be his second win of the season, and also this will bring him into the lead of the championship as well. So, big wins here for the McLaren driver if he can pull this off and stick with it, with about 5 laps to go.
We've still got the battle between P3, 4 and 5. They're all just training each other at the moment. No changes of position. Imri is holding on, but he has got no ERS whatsoever. But to be fair, Arbon hasn't got any either. Verklempt has got a lot more than the others, but he will need to make his move at some point soon if he's going to. No more battles behind. We've got Nicholas Mayer and Watson coming out the last corner now. We'll see if Mayer will make a move. Seems like he's got a good run, only 3 tenths coming out the last corner. He's gaining. Looks like he's going to make a move up the inside. Looks like he's making it easy. Takes the lead on lap 32 of 36. And it looks like it could be Nicholas's race to win now. Watson down into P2, but could he keep P2? I think he might.
Fingers crossed for him. I mean, 18 laps on mediums. He's now got to do 22 odd laps on medium tyres. That's going to be pretty awful towards the end.
I mean, if he can keep it on track, he's still got the 3-second gap to Imri, and I don't think he's going to lose too much time unless someone breaks away, but no one is.
Yeah, they're sort of sticking as a pack,
They're too interested
really.
in their own battle, really, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fighting a lot, and...
and Verklempt spins around. Oh, he's been chasing Arbon. He spins around, but can he keep P5? Unless Crowley can gain. Crowley looks like he's going to take P5. He does.
That's now going to be an interesting fight for P5 and 6 now, I think. Unless
now it's
got damage. I don't know if he has.
Now I don't think he does. Now it's a battle between Arbon and Imri for P3. So 2-horse race now. That could make it a lot more interesting. Imri weaving for some reason before the last 2 corners. Not entirely sure why.
Now you got to keep an eye on that gap now. It's 3 seconds between Watson and Imri, so 3 seconds on 33, 34, 36. Oh, it's
neither of them have any ERS, so there's no gain on that way. It's just the DRS and the slipstream that Arbon can gain. Can Imri hold him off? Because Arbon's tyres are going to be going off now. He's got 14 lap olds mediums, so it's going to be harder and harder for him to make a move. But I think it really is a battle for P3. I don't think they're going to catch up to Watson now. And Watson is actually still behind Nicholas.
I was going to say that now.
I've only just realised he's only 7 tenths behind. If he can keep within the DRS of Nicholas, he could still win. That would be a brilliant drive if he can. I mean, either way, he's now over a second behind, so he needs to get within that 1 second gap before the DRS line of the last corner. 8 tenths, 9 tenths, 9, 8. I'm not sure where the DRS line is. I think it's around the last corner, is it not?
No, it's not.
We'll see if he's got DRS. He has got DRS out of the last corner. So that'll keep him within contention of P2. Arbon's going for a move on Imri into turn 1. Looks like he's making the move. Imri's trying to stick it around the outside. Keep it clean, boys. Going side by side into turn 2 and 3. Emery takes P3 again. Holding it up the inside. Emery's back up, and then and Arbon cuts back on the inside again. We're battling through turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Emery's got the inside line for turn 7. And Emery takes back the position into turn 7. That was a good little battle
Quality
through the
racing
first
there,
sector. Lovely, nice and clean. Emery just holds on for another lap. Only 2 more laps to go after this. So, well, 5 more DRS zones at the moment in this one, and 4 more. Watson is still just within the 1 second gap of Nicholas Meyer. I'm not sure if he'll DRS this time around. We'll have a look and see.
But Dean, look at that gap
has not
now
got DRS
between Watson and Emery after that fight.
3.5 seconds, yep. So to me, I think it is going to be a Watson P2 or on the podium, which is fantastic from the Haas driver. We've got Arbon and Emery still fighting for P3. Arbon pokes his nose out to see or to put off Emery, but it's not going to prevail. He's only got 2 more laps to hold on Emery. Klempt and Crovey got a little battle going on as well. The last few laps it's heating up. Keep an eye on the gaps. I'm going to have a little watch with Crovey and Verklempt, see what they're up to. Both on the same age-old hards, so it's equal runnings at the moment.
Yes, Watson's now dropped out of DRS, but he's still got a 3.2 second gap to Emery. I think if all goes well, it's going to be a Watson. Sign him up, Ferrari. Honestly, the strategy today has been top tier from Watson. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, we can't undermine Nicholas Meyer's performance as well, getting back into P1 and, well, from what it looks like, winning the race. But it's just the strategy masterclass from Watson's been quite insane.
We all doubted
obviously
him.
The battle between Emery, Arbon and Verklempt's been fantastic as well. We've still got Arbon behind Emery, but it seems to be a bigger gap than it has been. They've both got no ERS whatsoever. We are on to the final lap of the race. So Arbon has only got one more chance, or a couple more chances to make up to that P3 position. It looks like Nicholas Meyer will take the win if he can keep it clean and on the road. Watson's definitely dropped off now. His tyres are 22 laps old, so they are ancient. Crovey is right behind Klempt. Let's see if he can make a move. He's looking like, ooh, a bit of defence before turn 7. Not going to make any moves. Keep an eye on Nicholas. I'll have a look at Arbon. This is last DRS zone before the end of the race. He's going to go for the inside line into turn 11. He's going to make a cutback. He keeps the tight line. It looks like Emery's going to keep the position for P3. Out of the last corner, I'll follow Nicholas. He's going to cross the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix with Watson in P2, Emery P3, and Arbon P4.
As Verklempt and Crovey
into the race
to the line, and I think Verklempt has just about got it. Great race though from both these guys, despite the spin.
We've also got battles further back. We've got CBS Shutdown and Parzival fighting for P8. CBS Shutdown's got DRS coming to. He's got to go for the outside line onto the top. Oh, and he spins it! Oh, he spins it in the last lap. Oh no, that's such a shame.
Oh no.
I mean, he went for it. I can give him that.
He did ascend.
He did ascend.
He did ascend. But I think,
we have,
unfortunately for Parzival, he's picked up a 3-second penalty, so Senna is now going to move up to 8th after that little move there.
That's right, yep. Yep.
That's definitely been an eventful one towards the end.
Through P10 and then shut down in P11. Yeah, I mean, it definitely heated up towards the end. They couldn't really keep an eye on what's going on, really.
Definitely. I mean, great drive from Nicholas for his second race win of the season. Watson, like I've said, look, there we go, driver of the day. Watson saves it all, really. But yeah, it's a great battles all around. I'm lost for words.
Yeah, I can't complain of that one. I'm not going to lie, I thought Zandvoort might be quite uneventful and not a lot happening. But that was a lot happening in that race. So
Definitely.
It's,
Are you gonna
great racing
hum
from everyone
the
there.
Dutch national anthem, Dean, for Nicholas?
I'm not going to hum the national anthem.
No.
I mean, we could play the national anthem. I don't know if we'll get
Ah,
copyright
well,
striked or something for it.
sadly, we've run out of time, Nicholas. Sorry, mate. There we go. And that's
Oh,
oh,
no.
that is a shame. There we are. But there we
Oh,
are.
it seemed to. I can't find it anywhere. I don't remember what
It just
how
sounds
it
like
goes, to be honest.
the Christmas song, doesn't it? And a partridge in a pear tree. There you go. There's your Dutch national anthem. Anyway, there's your standings results for the race. Try and get a bit of composure here. Nicholas P1 in the McLaren. Watson, great drive from him. P2. Imrie rounding off the podium, third position there for him. Followed by Arbon, very, very close towards the end there. Another close battle towards the end there. Verklempt and Crowley, 5th and 6th. 10th Cannon, great race from him. 7th after his little incidents with the wet tyres pit stop. We won't talk about that one. Seneca, great.
Still P7.
It is P7, exactly. Seneca with the fastest lap, 1010, brilliant. 110.5 for him, and also a great recovery after that spin, P8. Parsifal, P9, and rounding up the top 10, F1B Hypes. CB Shutdown, 11th. Germ, Legends, Capcam, and Mr. Leo all DNFing. And the commentator, IWDHD, one of the best commentators in the world, yep. 16th there for you. But no, that brings Nicholas up into P1 in the championship as well with that win. There we go, Dean. Breathe.
We're being asked to potentially do interviews. I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to do.
Sorry, that's way above my pay grade, Imrie, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that's Crovey asking that.
That's
so,
Crowley. Sorry, Crowley. Yeah, whatever you can, mate. That's fine. I mean,
well, they can join if they want. Actually, it's an Xbox party chat. It'd have to be a Discord thing, I imagine.
let's have a look. GG's indeed, Verklempt. Great race.
Probably not do a proper streams back. Never mind. Yeah, that's fine. I will pass on the interviews. That's fine. So what we'll say is thank you for everyone for watching. It was I hope you find that entertaining, and we're not two stupid idiots from Norwich who you can't understand what we say.
On the bullshit.
Yeah, stop plugging Norwich City
smart?
now.
Yeah.
It's not going to get us to move up the table, mate. If I'm honest.
No, we're screwed. It's fine.
But anyway, yeah. Thank you to everyone who watched. I mean, I'm sorry for the tomfoolery that you will witness, but it was an enjoyable race to watch either way.
So there we go.
Thank you, Wardy, for joining me in the comms box as you had to rush back from having burgers by Joe Wicks. Just going to put that out there.
Cheers, mate. Not embarrassing at all now. But no, it's been a pleasure. Great race from everyone. It's been a nice watch as well. But yeah, next week we're at Hungary, so that'll be an interesting one. 26th of November. Make sure you tune in for that one. Whether it'll be me and Dean again, probably not. If you're lucky, it'll be the lovely Dara or Rob. I'm sure.
Hopefully, be someone who's actually professional and can do their job properly.
Yeah. They can string a sentence together.
Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, anyway, I'll end the stream here. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers, guys.